Michelle has stepped up and said, I will accept the responsibility of helping this city move forward. Right now, our community is on a roll. Many of you are involved on a daily basis in making this community what it is. I was just in Indianapolis yesterday with Stephanie. We were at a banquet last night. One legislator after another came up to me, didn't they? And they kept saying, what's going on in Fort Wayne? You're the talk of the state. It's not Indianapolis. It's not Evansville. It's not Gary. It's not South Bend, even though my good friend Pete Buttigieg is from South Bend. But they're not talking about him. They're talking about what's happening in Fort Wayne. You're showing the rest of the state what can be if they try hard. But unfortunately, with a city council that has 7 Republicans and only 2 Democrats, my administration and I have to fight every day to try to get initiatives through that we think will better our community. We shouldn't have to spend so much time on doing the right thing. Yet, unfortunately, that's the way it is. So help me, if you will, put together a city council that truly is not only reflective of our community, that's progressive, that understands what the real power of our community is, and that's in our people. So again, I want to thank you all so much. Thank you for allowing me to say a few words, because it's important that we all understand what's at stake. And that certainly is the future of our city. You put us where we are today. Don't stop. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mayor Henry. Next, I'm going to call up Joe Jordan, the CEO of our Fort Wayne Boys and Girls Club. Welcome, Joe.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for allowing me to say a few words. I'm honored to be here. I believe, as Mayor said, this is one of the most important political races that we've had in a long time. The city is on the move, and that's directly related to the leadership of Mayor Henry. And we want to keep that going. We want to make sure that our city council looks like our community. And I can't think of a better person to endorse than my good friend Michelle Chambers. So I want to thank you all for being here and supporting her. And again, the work needs to be done. We all need to be about getting the work done. When I think about what makes a good politician and a good leader, there's some characteristics that come to mind. And when I decide to vote for someone or support someone, I utilize this filter for me to support them. One is integrity and honesty. You've got to have that. And we all know that Michelle possesses that characteristic. The other thing is optimism. I want a person that looks for the good. I want a person to espouse the greatness in our community, not look at the negativity. I want a person that can move us toward optimism and create an optimist environment for our community. Third, I want a person that can inspire people to have hope. I want someone that can get in front of you and help you feel what she's feeling, what he's feeling, before he can move us to action. Too many people are talking, but no one's moving. We want people that can move other people to action and have the ability to make sure that they see other people's point of view. Third, fourthly, I want a person, quite frankly, who's committed and passionate about our community. And I've known Michelle for a while, but passion is one of her attributes. And she loves this community and she's committed. She's proven to me over the years I've known her, she's totally committed to doing what she wants to do here in the park of living. There was a time just recently I thought about running for city council at large. But when Michelle decided to run at large, I acquiesced to her because I know that she would do a great job in the city. And so, Michelle, thank you for allowing me to speak, and best of luck. Let's go to work. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate your support. Please join me in welcoming another fine community leader, Ms. Angie Sagel.
Good evening. I have to admit something. This is my first political kickoff campaign I've ever attended, and how I got up here, I'm not sure, but I think that tells you something about Michelle. My name is Angie Sagel, and I am involved through my professional life in the community. But I had the honor of meeting Michelle about 3 years ago when we both decided to become charter members of one of the newest Rotary clubs in the city. And tonight I'm wearing my private citizen hat and talking to you from my heart about someone who I work alongside to do some things in the community, and then also have become very good friends with in such a short amount of time. So let me tell you what I know about Michelle. First of all, I'm excited to see her here running for city council. It's something that she's talked about for a long time. She's very driven and passionate. She wants to give back to the community. As in our Rotary Club at the time when it first started, she actually was the very first club president. She kindly stayed on for a second term because the club needed a continuity, and we were a brand new club. And she helped lead us during a time when we were visioning and deciding what kind of community service projects we were going to do, what was going to be the start of us in Fort Wayne, where were we going to go. And so getting to know her through that, I also had the honor of learning more about her as a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. She's very in tune with what it's like to work hard for your paycheck, and I think that would be an attribute that is very good to have on the city council. And Michelle brings the benefit of she's lived outside of the Fort Wayne community too. She actually has very fresh ideas. I know from many conversations with her that she stays abreast to current events, and she's got opinions, but you know what? She is a connector, she's inclusive, she's authentic, she just loves people and you can feel it, and I can truly say that part of what's going to make her great in this role is thinking about what she's seen in her experiences, but then also wanting the passion she feels for Fort Wayne. So with Michelle, we would have someone who would be very pro-economic development, very pro-people development, very pro-community development. I see Michelle looking, as was said, for the good in people, and then also wanting to affirm and uplift people so that they can reach their fullest potential. And so the things that I've been amazed with her is, first of all, her energy level. If I could have a fraction of it, I would be very, very happy and probably more effective in my life. So you won't get anybody that's going to work harder and campaign harder than Michelle. She's very positive. She faces challenges with gusto. I've never seen somebody with such a can-do attitude and resilience. So I think that's important to have as well. So please take a close look at what she offers and listen to her. And if you have thoughts about the city and where you'd like to see it go, I'm sure she would love to hear from you as well. And thank you for the opportunity for me to speak a little bit about Michelle.
Michelle Chambers and I were both running for city council at large positions. We both lost. She got more votes than I did, although we were all, Republicans and Democrats, packed fairly closely together, which tells me that this is a very winnable race. We both learned our lessons. I learned to not run for public office again. She learned to run smarter, stronger, more effectively. When you run for council, when you run for political office alongside someone, you get to know them pretty well. You go to public meetings together, you go to candidate forums night after night, you hear one another speak, you talk to one another behind the sidelines, along the sidelines, and you learn who that person is. You get to know their personality, you get to know their character, you get to know their values, you get to know their heart. This is what I have learned about Michelle Chambers. She is very bright. She is as smart as a whip. But not only does she have a high level of intelligence, she has a high level of emotional intelligence. She knows how to connect with people. She listens and listens and listens until she understands at that person's level. She also, by her background, by her education and her employment history, she knows how cities work. She knows how communities work. She brings the educational background and the work background to a city council position that very few elected office holders bring. She has worked in this area. She knows it from the inside out. And then finally, she has a big heart. She has a heart as high as the sky and as deep as the ocean. She deeply cares about other human beings. And she has the remarkable ability to put all of those things together, to think through issues and problems toward a solution, to conceptualize and strategize for the benefit of the whole community, but to always do it with the concerns of people first. She is a people-first candidate. She has the background and history to be highly competent in this position. She loves this community. She is here for you. Let's elect her to City Council.
Next, we have Prophet Walker of Joshua County.
Good evening. All of us are here to honor this opportunity because it is indeed an opportunity to be able to endorse and to share the stage of service with someone as loving and kind and gentle and yet courageous as Michelle. 20 years ago, I moved back to the city of Fort Wayne. And I began asking myself, why in the world did I come back to Fort Wayne? But since I've been here, there's been so many changes. There's so much growth, social economic development. There's so many things happening here. And I'm excited to be a part of this fine city. And when Michelle came back, she began to share with me her experiences after living out on the coast and working in the city. And I work in community development outside of the church. And I believe that developing community is more than building buildings. Building buildings is the last part of community development. You have to build people to build community, because communities are filled with people. And Michelle has a love and concern for the well-being of people. She understands people. One of the things that I love most about Michelle is that she has a great sense of empathy. She, not a lot of sympathizing, she empathizes with people. She puts herself in people's places, and she understands where they're coming from. She uses her own life's experiences to gauge the challenges that other people may incur, or what they may be facing, and she then dishes out the wisdom. We call each other brother and sister. And I'm a preacher, but she ends up preaching to me often. And she has been, since I've been on this journey, she's been whispering in my ear consistently how community development works. She's been whispering in my ear how to work with people, how to work with politics, how to use my spiritual insight to engage in the community. And so I don't think that we could find a better person to be in the position of at-large, because she gets an opportunity at this point to give her opinion on not just one section, but she can give input on all areas in what's happening in our community. And I'm so grateful to be able to call her my sister, my friend, and now they call me Prophet Walker because I am a prophesier. We're calling her Councilwoman Michelle James. So let's give her.
Thank you, Prophet Walker. We're going to call up Davetta and Megan Chambers. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. All right, first I'd like to say thank you all for joining us as we kick off the 2019 City Council at Large campaign. It's crazy that 4 years ago we were doing the same thing around this time, and here we are again. Hopefully this year, well, I guess last year, well, 4 years ago, it just wasn't her time, so hopefully this go around, we will fill that seat. With your vote, this will change. My aunt, Michelle, is honest. She shows integrity. She's confident, compassionate. I believe she is qualified for city council because she is an effective leader and she's an inspiration to others. Her decision-making capabilities will be an asset in the way in which Fort Wayne will advance in employment, safety, family entertainment, in all areas of our city, not just west or north. I am voting for Michelle because she is relatable. Many millennials don't vote simply because they don't know the candidates that are running. They don't have any interest because they just don't know who they are. It's, okay, I see a name on a button or a pen. They just have no interest in voting. With Michelle, she's relatable because she's warm and kind and compassionate, and she speaks to people effortlessly. She speaks with people with position of power and people in the community. There's not a person in this city, black, white, male, female, young, old, big, small, tall, short, that she can't have a meaningful conversation with. And right before she does that, it's usually greeted with a big smile and a warm hug. I also noticed that care and concern didn't start and stop 4 years ago. It continued, and it will continue. And that's important because she's genuine and she's real. If elected, Michelle will be the first African American woman to hold a seat at City Council at Large. How awesome is that? That's diversity at its finest. So let's shatter that glass ceiling. And your voice and your vote, they matter. So choose Chambers, the voice of the voiceless.
So next, we're going to show a quick video with words from the candidate, and then we'll hear from Dr. Benny.
Hi, my name is Michelle Chambers, and I'm running for City Council at Large. Who am I? I'm a wife, a daughter, an aunt, a business owner, and a lover of people and politics. I believe in Fort Wayne. When I decided to run for City Council at Large, it wasn't an individual decision. My family and I, we sat down together with my husband, and we decided that I should run for City Council at Large. I returned back to Fort Wayne 7 years ago after living in California for 35 years. While living in California, I worked in redevelopment, economic development, community development, and human services. In that capacity, I served in underserved communities. I was spearheaded special projects from the city of LA. And when I decided to move back home, I knew that I wanted to take all those experiences and bring them here to Fort Wayne. I know that I will be an asset to the City Council. I know that all of my experience, my compassion, my love of the Summer City will be an asset to our council. I believe that a vote for me is a vote for the right person. Right now in City Council, we have a council that is not reflective of our city. 51% of our registered voters are women. We should have a council that reflects the city. Men, women, seniors, millennials. What I bring is diversity in thought, diversity in consciousness. We need a city council that is inclusive. And with my 20 years of public service experience, I know that I would be able to be that change, be an influencer. I am willing and ready to work across party lines. I'm willing and ready to work with our mayor. We have a momentum in the city that we must continue to see grow. And I know that I am the woman to contribute to that growth. So what I'm asking you to do, when you decide to vote, please vote for me, Michelle Chambers, for City Council at Large. Right time, right choice, choose Chambers.
Good evening. My name is Benny Bear, and I'm Michelle Chambers' Bear. Some of you may not know that Michelle and I tried to find last September. But for the sake of the campaign, we'll default to Michelle Chambers. When Michelle asked me to introduce her, my first thought was, Benny, you're not very good at interacting in public or on group stages. You're better at one-on-one speaking. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized this is a great opportunity to share with you guys, the voters, some of the qualities that I know about Michelle. Her commitment, her dedication, her passion for public service. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that no introductions would take more than an hour. So ladies and gentlemen, please lean forward and help me welcome my wife and candidate for council at large, Michelle Chambers.
Tomorrow is the first day of spring, so we are springing forward for this new day. I stand before you today saying, I want your vote, I need your vote. As you've learned about me, I am passionate, I am committed, and I'm qualified. You know, this is just not about me being a black woman running for city council, it's about being a qualified person to run for city council. I have an in-depth experience in community development, redevelopment, human services. I've been recognized for nationally acclaimed youth gang intervention programs. And I've been running my own business for the last 7 years downtown Fort Wayne. At one time, I had 2 businesses downtown, on the corner of Calhoun and Berry and the corner of Calhoun and Wayne. Might have been the first woman to ever do that, but I digress. It is our time as Democrats, Independents, as Republicans, to have a person in office that speaks for the people. I'm absolutely about the good of the order of the people. Yes, we are a city on the move, but we still have individuals who don't feel like they're part of that movement. Part of my platform is about continued economic development. What does that look like specifically? For me, I want to work on, within my first year, a local hire ordinance that requires any city contractor that's building a building or building something here in Fort Wayne, that 10% of your workforce absolutely has to come right here in Allen County. Secondly, if you know anything, minimum wage, we have a lot of folks making minimum wage. Right now in the state, they've been working for 2 years years to try to increase the minimum wage. Well, I want to, within my first year, work on a local hire ordinance to increase the minimum wage by $2. It's been studied and noted that living in Fort Wayne, Indiana, you need to be making at least $12 an hour to afford a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm sure I'll get some resistance, but that's one of my goals. So there's comprehensive economic development. When I talk about government transparency, Councilman Hines leads by example by having his annual State of the Six address. Well, I'll be meeting quarterly in all the communities. Not only at the homeowner association meetings, but I will have an open door policy because I'm literally running at large. But the beauty is that with all of my experience, I'll be an asset to all the other council people that are there. And I just have no plan on being quiet at the table, holding folks accountable. And I also want to work with our public safety and our fire department. As we grow as a city, we must make sure that our public safety is growing with the city. I want to create within the city, a grant writing unit that works specifically with the county and the city when we work together. Police and fire have been doing a great job securing dollars to subsidize their annual budgets. But I really want to increase that effort, and we work together collaboratively. And lastly, a vote for me is a vote for a person I can't be outworked. People ask me, Michelle, you're up posting at 4 in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I don't need a whole lot of sleep. So I'm committed, I am dedicated to our city, I believe in our city, and I'm very passionate about our city. I'm not new to this. Our family's been serving this community for over 50 years. Some of you may know my grandfather, Edward Elkins. He was a trailblazer and influencer here. My sister has opened a state-of-the-art child care center. My husband's been faithfully serving the Southeast community for over 28 years. He could have went anywhere that he wanted to go, but he stayed right here in Fort Wayne. So we are a family of servants. So behind me, I have my family that is pushing me forward, but it won't be a lost cause. What I would like for you to do, take away from here today is this. You're more than likely you're registered. I want you to make sure that everyone in your family is registered. You can go to my website, thank you, Brandon, MichelleChambers.info, and you can go there and check your registration status. You can go register people there. We got to get our young people engaged. 18,400 people voted for me last time. Terry, I lost my little money. I can do that with your support. So on my website, you can sign up to register for volunteering. What does volunteering look like? You can make phone calls, you can knock on doors, you can help raise money. But I can't do this alone. This is at large, the entire city. We have an opportunity to have a very strong and impactful city council. With Councilman Hines coming over to the at-large ticket, it'd be me, him, and Sharon Tucker for city council at large. You've never seen a council like that. So this is an opportunity to create change. So like I've said, it's the right time, the right choice to choose Chambers. Thank you very much for being here.